Hello everybody, Spegtacular, Silverstacular. So I have coins that I want to go through. I paid $280 at a local pawn shop for these coins. I want to go ahead and go through them with you and see if there's anything cool. I know they got some things in here that I've never seen before, so it'd be fun to do that together. Let's do it now. I'm just going to go ahead and move my sticker out of the way and dump them all out, and then we'll sort them out, go through them, and see if there's anything special in here at all. So we got a lot of Mercury dimes. I'll try to quickly go through this so that we can see what I got. You can see like this right here, I've never seen that before. I'll save that, I'll put that over here. I got some nice looking quarters. That's for certain. Here's a 1964. Denver, right? Yes, Denver. So some decent looking quarters in the bunch. I'll go ahead and sort through those first and get those put to the side. Some are definitely better than others. But I kind of like these Washington quarters because they tend to have better condition than other coins. Here's another one in 1960. Here's a dollar face so far, quarters only. And another 1960. Let's see if I can go ahead and there we go. Found another one. Try to get all the quarters first. Look at this. Here's a quarter. This one is worn down to death. It's hard to see what the date is. It looks like a 1911. If I had to guess, that last one though is really smudged up and flattened out though. So that thing is worn down. It looks like it's been burnt. So interesting though to see a barber like that. Out there, so I just try to grab them, even though that one right there in particular is not worth that much just based on its condition being terrible. Not even a good, it's just a terrible. Here's some more quarters. This one's a little rougher. It's 1954. Put that one there. Ooh, look at this one. Look at the reverse only. That's a pretty nice one. So 1964, got a little bit of luster there, huh? Got a little cartwheel to it. Let's see. That might be all the quarters that I see. What's this? So, okay, not a quarter, but look at this. Looks like a Canadian piece, huh? That was cool to find. And what was neat too is I didn't pay for these. I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't steal them. But I said, hey, I don't know too much about these, and I said, these are not the normal US currency. He goes, hey, take those. They're yours now. So that worked out real nice. Here's another example of something that I did not pay for. And I don't know much about it. And in fact, I don't know anything about it. Really, really cool. 1879. It looks like it's silver, but I do not think it is silver. So it's a 5 centavos. Yeah, I think this is actually not a silver piece, even though it looks like it should be, huh? Pretty cool, though. It's got like a sun, kind of like with the rays and a little smile. I don't know about a smiley face, but he's got a face on him. Kind of cool. Kind of cool to see that. Never had one of those pieces before, so now I do. What's this right here? So we got a nice 1922 piece dollar. I think I paid $15 or $16 for this. So 1922, very common date, but why not? If I'm going to pay that kind of price for it, I will hold on to it. And this 1878, at first glance, I thought that she was not a great looking girl, but actually, it's a nice looking Morgan dollar, isn't it? Real nice looking. So I really, really enjoy this. This is try to zoom in. We got a San Francisco mint mark here. And look at the condition. Really, really kind of nice on this piece. Got some really interesting toning. Not bad at all. 1878, first year of issue for this Morgan dollar. Kind of pretty. I was happy to pick her up. I paid $20 for her. I would do that again. I was happy to get that. So anyways, let me zoom back out a little bit. me get these over there. I think, no wait, two more barber quarters, a 1914 and a 1908, and 1908 is actually a New Orleans mint mark. Cool, so 3 barbers, and not that big of a deal with those dates. Those dates are pretty common, but the fact that I'm finding barbers still out there, I mean, I've tried to pick them up. Okay, now I'm going to sort through and find all the Roosevelts. So there should be a few of those in here. I tried to get the nicer condition ones when I was picking through. So here's a nice 1964. Pretty, huh? So I'll try to get all those and I'll put those in a pile. Alright, so I found the $1.20 in Roosevelt dimes, all pretty nice condition, so that's why I picked those up. So $1.20 there. Also, while I was going for the dimes, the Roosevelts at least, I found a couple more quarters, so 2 more. This is 3, but I found 2 more right here. And I've also found some barber quarters that was in the pile. So look at these. These ones right here, a couple of them are definitely cleaned up a little bit. Here's a 1913. Let's see the back. 1913. No mint mark on that one. But actually not bad condition really. Look, you can still see the headband, which is pretty fantastic. That's not that common. I'm looking close at it. So yeah, this 1913 is pretty nice. Pretty nice. Definitely been wiped. Looks like clean, but pretty neat. Still pretty nice condition, regardless, with that Liberty on the headband there. So 1913 and 1907, terrible condition, huh? That's all right. Something unique, something you don't find a lot of. A 1911 and another clean one right here. 1900. And just for fun, I'm going to go look at the dates right here because I never memorize it too well. I'm going to see if any of them are special. Alright, so the 1913 is extremely common. It's too bad it's not the San Francisco because that would have been a much better coin, but it's not. Still nice condition though, clean and everything. Man, that could be like an AU50, don't you think? I mean, it's really nice condition. What do you think about that coin? You saw it just a second ago. You think maybe XF clean? Tell me what you think about that coin. All right, the rest of them are actually really, really common. Man, that one though, whew, that thing has me floored. It's really, really nice on the condition. Let's zoom in on it one more time. Pretty nice, huh? You don't see barber dimes looking like that too much. Now there is some distracting, marks on it here and there, but just neat to find it in the wild in that condition. So pretty cool. So I also found this little Canadian piece here from 1954. So pretty nice. This should be silver if I am correct. And I believe it's 80% silver on these ones. And this cool piece right here. Now, originally I thought this was a copper coin, but then as I got to feel it and look at it, this has got to be a bronze coin from 1891. I showed this real quick on my live show, saying that I was going to go through this pile. And I don't know too much about it. Some people have sent me some links, so I got to go look at those links. What a neat coin from 1891. It's held up pretty decently for being just out there and random coinage, huh? So really neat to see these. And now, I'm not going to bore you with it, but I'm going to go through all these Mercury dimes here and see if I found anything worthwhile or cool in this mess of coins. Oops, one more Roosevelt. Got to put that in the pile. So now we're at $1.30 on Roosevelts. I'll be back when I get done. Alright, so nothing special with the Mercury dimes. There's $13 face value of Mercury dimes alone. I had the 2 $1 coins. I had, an extra Roosevelt that I found while looking through the Mercuries. So I had $1.40 in Roosevelts. I had two $2.50 of Washington quarters, and then 75 cents in barber quarters. And actually I found one more barber dime as well while I was looking through the mercuries. So I ended up with 50 cents in barber dimes. So like I said, I paid $280 for what you see right here on the table. I actually got some coins for free. So I paid, I think it was like $13.50 is what I was paying for junk silver at the time per dollar. So technically, yeah, I got a couple pieces here free, and all of this right here is free as well. Plus that one barber dime, for me, man, that thing stole the show. That right there keeps me going. That's fun for me to find. Even if it was clean, even if the condition is a little bit less than what I'm imagining in my head, still, what a cool find for me. I like that nice look to it. Just kind of neat. So anyways, we went through it together. You know, again, found it at a local pawn shop. Kind of neat to find that stuff at pawn shops. It's out there, and for a relatively decent price. You can do a little haggling, which I did. And I found some nice coins. That Morgan dollar right there is really nice. Really cool to find that barber dime and some of these little old pieces right here. These little foreign pieces. Neat stuff. I found a 1916 mercury dime, but it's an S, so nothing special right there, unfortunately, but still cool to pick up. A lot of these mercury dimes actually had a lot of the bands in the back. I'd say a little bit better than your average circulated on the condition. Kind of nice to find. Very nice to find them in that condition, and nice to add to the stack. So just a fun little going through kind of video. At this point though, I'm gonna go. I'll try to get some more of this later. Spegtacular is out.